Hello and welcome to the Lord of the Rings, the Living Card Game Progression Series. We got the second quest for you from the Hobbit Saga expansions. This quest is called Over the Misty Mountains Grim. Of the 6 Hobbit quests, I would say this is probably the easiest, although it can still be hard if you don't build your deck right. We're going to be dealing with 2 stages of the quest. The first will be like great stone giants throwing boulders at us and trying to stay alive through crazy treacheries and things like that. And the second stage will be going inside the Misty Mountains and getting attacked by a swarm of goblins. We'll probably employ a lot of the same strategies we did for the quest the 7th level, because we'll have a couple of big enemies as well as a swarm of goblins. So we've got our forest snares, and we have a lot of different tactics cards that can take care of tiny little goblins, and Thalin, of course, questing. We're using the same heroes we did in the last quest, which means we can use treasure cards if we've discovered them, which we did. We've changed the decks up a little bit. As long as you use the same heroes, you can use the treasure cards, but the decks we changed a little bit. I put another Song of Kings in, 2 Valiant Sacrifice. I took out a Longbeard Elder and a couple other cards. If you notice, it has 51 cards because I'm putting Glamdring in this deck. And then in the second deck, I'm putting Orcrist and Sting, which is why I have 52 cards. So we have kind of a tactics support with lore. I've got 2 Song of Battles, might go up to 3, 2 Forest Snares, 2 Protector Loreen, Dora Delphaxes, Feints, Foe Hammers, Goblin Cleavers, and some tactics tricks there. Everything else pretty much standard. So we'll give the decks a shuffle here, and we'll get started. First player is going to draw their hand of 6. I'm okay with this. This is fine with me. Second player will draw their hand of 6. Good enough. So, let's get started here. It says, a short rest. Shuffle the Over the Misty Mountains Grim and Western Lands encounter sets into one encounter deck and make it the active encounter deck. Then shuffle the Great Goblin and Misty Mountain Goblins encounter sets into a second encounter deck and set it aside inactive. So we have our inactive encounter deck for the second stage, and we have our active encounter deck for the first stage. Okay, flip. 0 quest points. It says, after a refreshing stay in the house of Elrond, Bilbo and his companions resumed their quest for the Lonely Mountain, but to reach Erebor, they first had to climb the high pass over the Misty Mountains. Each player may search his deck for 1 treasure card and add it to his hand. Advance to stage 2A. Okay, so we will search for our 1 treasure card that we have. Where is it? Oh, actually, this player is going to choose Sting. And the first player is going to choose the 1 treasure that they have. It's very important to get these treasures in these playthrough guys. If you miss the treasures on We Must Await or Break a Day, just keep replaying until you get them, because you're going to need them. Okay. Then we advance to stage 2A. The mountain pass. When he peeped out in the lightning flashes, he saw that across the valley the stone giants were out and were hiring rocks at one another for a game. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, when he peeped out in the lightning flashes, he saw that across the valley the stone giants were out and were hurling rocks at one another for a game, and catching them, and tossing them down in the darkness, where they smashed among the trees, far below or splintered into little bits with a bang. It's from The Hobbit. 16 quest points. When revealed, search the encounter deck for one copy of Stone Giant at the staging area, then shuffle the encounter deck. Reveal one card per player from the encounter deck at the staging area. Well, there's the Stone Giant right there. Now let's do one card per player. Okay. Okay, two locations here. Okay. Looks like we have 7 threat up there. Oof. All right. So let's go ahead and start the first round. Okay. You'll have an 8-card hand because you have the treasure. Let's put this on our killer, which is going to be this guy. And let's go ahead and play this thing to draw a card. Exhaust 0 dwarf characters, add 0 resources to a hero's resource pool, and draw a card. We are not idle. Okay. I'm going to play this lady here. Arwen. Okay. And then over here, I'm going to play Sting on Bilbo. And we'll pull one off him to put it here. And then we'll spend 3, oops, all 3 of those on Dory. Okay. Now we're going to go questing. 1, 2. She's going to make him a sentinel +1. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 going. First player chooses one Stone Giant in the staging area. At the end of the quest phase, that Stone Giant engages the player with the highest threats. If there's no Stone Giants in the staging area, search the encounter deck for Stone Giant at staging area. That is Goofawing of Giants. Guffawing of Giants. Alright. And there's Suspicious Crow. It's going to get killed by Thalin immediately. Okay. So 17 going. And we're going up against 7, so that's 10 progress. Okay, let's go ahead and travel here. Okay, at the end of the quest phase, he comes down. When he engages the player with the highest threat, we discard an ally we control. Okay, now we're going to go to... That should happen first. Then we travel here. Travel phase. Then we go to the combat phase. He gets a shadow card. We're going to defend with Dane. So he's going to attack 6, defend 3. He's going to take 3 damage. If this attack deals at least 1 damage, shuffle this card back in the counter deck. Well, he's going to deal 3. We're going to exhaust Dory to put 2 on Dory and 1 on Dane. And then shuffle this into the encounter deck. Okay. That's the end of the round. Let's go ahead and refresh. I was really hoping for that forest snare right about then. This guy comes over here. You want to spend at least 5, if you're in a 2-player game, you want to spend 5 rounds on the first quest, or I should say 4 complete rounds, because he needs to have resources on him when the quest flips. You can spend resources to reduce the number of encounter cards you're going to reveal when the goblins swarm you. You're going to get 3 encounter cards per player. So in a 1-player game, you want at least 2 resources on him, because you have to get a minimum of 1. I'll explain that more when it comes out. Okay, we're going to pull... Well, we're going to... pay 1 to put it here. Spend 1 to put this here. We're going to spend 2 to play this guy. Alright? Then over here, we're going to spend 2 to play her. And look at the top 5 cards of my deck. Put them back in any order. Oops. going to do it this way. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good. Just like that. Alright. Now we're going to go questing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's good. Quest for 8. Well, we'll quest for him. Yeah, we'll quest for 8. Up by 3. Discard all non-treasure, non-objective attachments in play. Okay, well that's just this. And we're up by 3. Just going to clear this. And we'll go ahead and travel here. He gets a shadow card. Over here, we're going to defend with no one. It's going to do 6 damage to Dane. We're going to put it on Dory. Okay. He gets destroyed. Now we're going to attack him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 4 damage. Alrighty. Alright, next round. Nice. Bilbo's over here. Play We Are Not Idle for 1, or for 0. Just draw a card. Play Steward of Gondor on this dude. Exhaust to generate 2 resources. Okay, I'm going to play 1, 2 to play this dwarf. I'm going to lower my threat by 1 because I played a dwarf. I'm going to exhaust him and discard the top 2 cards of my deck and call the number 1. I'll get a resource for every card that matches that number. So we get 2 resources. Put them here. Okay, now I'm going to spend 1 to play this on the active location. So that's going to be on the active location there. And I'll just leave it right there just to signify that. Because I think I might forget if it's sitting there. Let's try it this way. That's fine. Okay, that's all they're going to play. Let's go over here. Right. We're going to move 1 to this guy. Actually, we're going to pull 1 off of... Yeah. We'll pull 1 off of him. Move him here with Biffer's action. We're going to spend 3. Just play this 4 snare on this guy. That's all. So, we're going to go questing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Quest for 11. I want to hold him back though. Quest for 8. First player chooses a questing character, deals 3 damage to that character, and that character is removed from the quest. When this is in the staging area, that gains Surge, but it's not. So Galloping Boulders is going to do 3 damage to Thalin, and he's removed from the quest. Okay, so if a crow comes out, he's not going to kill him. Discard all Baggins resources. Oh, and I don't have anything to cancel that. That sucks. Wish I did, because that would be awesome. Okay, so we're questing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up against 2, that's 4 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is explored. Forced effect. We're going to play it this way, even though I think by the way it's written, probably would be explored without triggering, but we'll do it this way. After placing one or more progress tokens on Dreary Hills, each player must discard one card at random from their hand. Okay, and then when it's explored, he gains a resource. So we'll go random. That's fine. And then here we'll go random, and I hope it's I hope it's the dwarf. Nope, it was the test-a-will. Okay. And then he gains a resource when this is explored, and then the first player draws 3 cards. So we'll do that now. Yep, okay. Interesting. Okay. Let's just leave this here. He's going to get a shadow card, but he's not going to attack. We're going to exhaust her to look at the top 5 cards of our deck. Rearrange them in any order. Okay. We'll go like this. Yeah, just like that. Okay. He's not going to attack us because he's forest snared. So we'll attack him. 1, 2, 3, because Dane's standing. 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 4 damage. Oops. So he's 8 damage on him. Okay. And then this gets discarded. Alright, that's the end of the round. We're going to draw. 1 dwarf away from being able to draw 2 with Ori. So, let's do a Steward of Gondor in planning. Let's do this guy in planning. We're going to call the number 1. That's what I thought. We'll put them both on this guy. Oh, he's over here, by the way. Spend 1 on the eagle. And then over here. Oh, and then we'll pull 1 off here and put it on him. Over here, we're going to spend 3 on Keeley. Reduce our threat by 1 because we played a dwarf. Response after you play him from your hand. Search your deck for Feely and put him into play. No, he's in here somewhere. Okay. Okay, then we'll spend 1 to put test-a-will back in our hand. The Dwarven Tomb. And we'll spend 1 for a chump blocker. Progress here. Alright, now we're going to questing. I think we could probably beat it this turn, but I don't want to. So we're going to quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'll send her just in case that boulders comes up, we can kill her. Each player, first we got Doomed 1, it's called No Campfire. It says each player must choose 1, reveal an initial card or raise their threat by 4. Raise their threat by 4. Each player will choose to raise their threat by 4. Second card. Lone Lands. Okay, so we quested for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Up against 4. It's 4 progress. Okay. Fortunately, that clears this. I didn't want that to happen. Out jumped the goblins. Big goblins. Great ugly looking goblins. Lots of goblins. Before you could say rocks and blocks. It's from The Hobbit. Down, down to Goblin Town. When revealed, shuffle all encounter cards back in the encounter deck and set it aside inactive. Okay, so let's do that first. So that'll get discarded. I'm gonna shuffle that in. And he only had 8 damage on him, by the way. I don't know why. I must have accidentally put an extra counter there, but he was not dead. Alright, and then we're going to move this to set aside. Okay. Then we're going to take that second encounter deck. We're going to make it, we're going to move it to the encounter deck. Alright. Search the encounter deck for Great Goblin at the staging area and then shuffle the encounter deck. Alright, where's the Great Goblin at? There he is. I really should have put Expecting Mischief in here, but I totally forgot. Okay. And this says 20 quest points. Players cannot defeat the stage unless the Great Goblin's in the victories play. Reveal 3 encounter cards per player. Billable Baggins may spend X resources to reduce the total number of encounter cards revealed by X to a minimum of 1. So we are going to spend both. So we're going to reduce 6 minus 2 is 4, unfortunately. So you want to stay on that quest. I should have stayed on that quest for 3 more rounds. He has Surge. So yeah, this is what I was afraid of. Just a Goblin Surge there. And I should have put Expecting Mischief in my deck, if that's in the card pool yet. I'm not exactly sure if it is. Let's see here. Yep. Don't forget this card when you're building your decks, guys. This is awesome for this level. Can clear you out a Goblin basically for free, because if Thalin's going, that's going to deal 3 damage the first enemy revealed. So you want to play that. You want to make sure you get to this part with 5 resources on Bilbo if you're playing 2 players, 2 resources if you're playing solo, and so on and so forth. I guess if you're playing 3 players, you want 8 resources on them. If you're playing 4 players, you want 11 resources on them to reduce the number of encounter cards by 1. So we would have only got this, and then you could even play Expecting Mischief in the quest phase, and as long as a crow or a stone giant doesn't come out, it'll kill this guy, and then you just have him to deal with and you're good. So anyway, we got to survive this, and then we get a quest out of here. Okay, we are going to travel to the front porch. It says, while this is the active location, players can attack goblin enemies. I don't think we're going to have much choice to attack them anyway, because we're going to be defending so much and trying to get out of here in like a round. We're trying to sneak on out of here. Although we do need to attack the Great Goblin, don't we? Oh, and by the way, these guys all take a damage, because technically Thalin was on the quest, so that helps. Maybe we won't travel here. Let's just leave that there. Let's leave all that up there. Alright. Then we'll go ahead and play oops. Well, we're not going to play that yet. I have 1 resource I'm saving there. Yeah, let's do it. We're going to play Hail of Stones. Exhaust X characters to deal X damage to an enemy in the staging area. We're going to exhaust this guy to deal... No, we'll exhaust this dude to deal 1 damage to this guy. Okay. We're not going to travel anywhere. Go to the engagement phase. I'll optionally engage him. Then it's going to go... Doesn't matter. Engagement check. Engagement check. Oops, engagement check. And then this is engagement check here. 33, 25, 20. Well, I guess his threat's 32, so it wouldn't engage him. So his first engagement check would be this. His first engagement check would be this. And then this guy's would go boop. Alright, so now they all get shadow cards. Alright, I'm going to play an action here. I'm going to play sneak attack. Put an ally into play. If it's still in play at the end of the phase, return to your hand. I'm going to put Longbeard Orc Slayer in play. He's going to deal 1 damage to every orc enemy when he enters play. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These 3 are all dead because they're at their max hit points. So they get discarded. Nice. Then he attacks us. So we're going to defend with, I think this guy right here. Okay. So here we go. Okay, he's dead. Boom. And it says, after he attacks, discard X cards from the counter deck, where X is the number of players in the game. Add each goblin discarded this way to the staging area. So 1, hopefully we get nothing. Yep, we got 1. 2, and we got another one. That's terrible. Sometimes if you get lucky on that, you can get out of here real quick. Alright, now we're going to attack this dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is enough. I only need 9 more to kill him. So he's going to enter the victory display. Okay, and then after he destroys an orc enemy, draw a card. After he destroys an orc enemy, lower your threat by 2 because of Dwalin's effect. Okay. He comes back to my hand at the end of combat. And we're going to do our best to try to quest out of here next round. Yeah, see, if I had 1 more red resource, I could have fainted him, but I didn't. I got my Song of Kings knocked off. Then I wouldn't have got those 2 goblins up there. Hey, we're good anyway. So, I'm going to go Steward of Gondor. We're going to look at the top 5. Oh, actually, I'm supposed to look at just the top 5. Put those on top. And I'm going to do this guy and guess 0. And they're both going to be 0 because X is treated as 0. So that adds 2 resources to a hero's resource pool. We're going to pick this guy. Okay, now I'm going to play this dude. He's going to deal 1 damage to every orc in play. Okay. And I'm going to play this guy. He'll put a progress on a location. Okay, and that's it. Okay, we're going to go to the quest phase. I am going to do 1 more thing. I'm going to spend 2 to put her in play with stand and fight. No, actually, do I have another Longbeard? If I have another Longbeard Elder in there, we're not doing that, but we don't, so there we go. Okay. Oops. And did I lower my threat by 1 when I played him? I don't think I did. Okay. Because that's what his effect does. Okay, that's all we're doing. Questing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we'll use her to give him Sentinel and +1. And then quest with these 3 guys. He's over here actually because he follows the first player around. And that's what we'll quest with. So let's see. 17. We're up by 6 right now. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Well, see what comes out. He gets damage. Okay. Actually, I don't have no idea why I did this. I made him a sentinel. I should have made him a sentinel +1 because he's got sting, so we can kill a goblin. So let's do that. We're gonna give him a sentinel +1. That was a bad play on my part. I should either give a sentinel to like a chud ally so I can defend anywhere just in case I get anything crazy, or I should make this guy a sentinel +1 because he has sting. And what sting can do is when you defend, you discard the top card of the deck. This is good with scrying, with like Henmarth Riversong. See what it is? And then deals damage like it's sort of like a built-in Swift Strike. It deals damage on defense, or like a built-in Gondorian Spearman. So we're gonna make. We'll just stick with our thing of him making a sentinel because I don't want to like cheat. So because I've already seen the cards, so we'll go with our original plan. Boom, he's a sentinel +1. So we quested with $17, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And 2 progress only. Eesh. Okay, this is all going to stay up here. Oh wait, no, I have to travel there. It says, when faced with the option to travel in Great Goblins and Victory Display, you must travel here if able, so we have to travel there. Okay, then it says forced when after player engages a goblin enemy, he must deal 1 damage to character controls. This is Great Cavern Room. So we'll we'll optionally engage here, and we'll optionally engage here, and then he's going to do an engagement check. Boop. Okay. Now they're all going to get shadow cards. Okay, now we're going to take an action. We're going to play Rain of Arrows for 1. It says exhaust the character control with the range keyword to choose a player and deal 1 damage to each enemy engaged with that player. We're going to pick this player and deal 1 damage to each of these guys, and they both die. These are those little tactics tricks that can take care of goblins easily. Spearman would be good in this too. Should put the Spearman in here. Okay, and he should be exhausted. Okay. And we'll defend with Dane against this guy. Make sure this guy didn't get surge or anything since the Great Goblin entered the Victory Display. I think the 2 things we revealed these 2 things last round with the attack, so that means we probably revealed 2 locations in a goblin this round. So that means as long as we didn't reveal this thing, we didn't miss our surge. Alright, so he's going to defend for 3. Yeah. 3. So he's going to take 1 damage. The defending character gets -1, so he's going to be at 2 damage total. Okay, then this guy's going to attack for... Oh, it's not going to do anything if I attack for 2, so... Never mind. For whatever reason, sometimes this puts this in the when I hit X, it puts it in the second encounter discard, because that's what it originally was in, was the second encounter deck. Okay, so here we go. Let's see if we can quest out of here this time. Oh, I forgot to do one thing, guys. When those goblins engaged me, I have to deal a damage to character I control. So we'll deal a damage to him. We'll deal damage to these two guys. So 2 goblins engaged me over there. Okay. Cool, another rain of arrows. No goblins, though. Okay, we'll do Steward of Gondor. I'm going to pull one off this dude and put it on him. And, nothing over there. This guy's technically over here. Let's play 5. Well, no, let's do her first. Let's look at the top 5. Ooh, nice. Okay, we're going to exhaust him and call the number 1. It is both ones, so we're going to add 2 resources to this guy's resource pool. Then we're going to spend 5 on Gandalf. And we're going to choose to draw 3 cards. Sweet. We're going to put Cram on this guy. And we're going to put a Song of Kings on this dude. Alright, looks pretty good. Let's get this all even up here. Do fighters back here, support down here. Enemies up here. Okay. So now we're going to go questing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We're going to give Sentinel to Dane +1. Oh, you know what? He didn't take a damage because he got +1 and -1. So yeah, there we go. Alright. It's requested for 21. See what comes out. First player exhausts 1 character controls. He takes a damage from Thalin. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Let's do, we'll exhaust, this guy. Okay. Alright, so. $21 up against 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 9 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you guys can see how much easier this would be if we didn't get 4 encounter cards we got in the flip when we flip to this. We would be very much on the way to winning this. Okay, now we have to travel here because it says we do. We'll optionally engage him here. We'll deal a damage to a character we control, which is Gandalf, because of the force effect here. Okay, now they each get a shadow card. Okay, now we got 3 attack. I think we're going to defend with... I actually think we're going to defend with Bilbo. He's going to take 1 damage. We're going to do Sting. After exhausted defend, discard the top card of the encounter deck. Deal damage to attacking enemies equal to the discarded threat. So if we get a 2 threat or higher, he dies. Sweet. He immediately dies. Sting gets him before he's able to do this with a shadow. Oh, that's fine. This is gone. That's what Sting does. It acts as like a... You poke them before they poke you. Okay, over here. But I can't trigger Sting with this because he didn't attack and destroy him. He just destroyed him with a card effect. The attachment destroyer. And now over here we're going to defend with this dude. Defending player deals damage among characters you control is equal to the number of goblin enemies engaged with. Well, that's just Gandalf. So 1, 1. Okay. And then 2 attack, 1 defense, 1 damage. That destroys him. And now we'll attack him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Against 2 defense, it's 4 damage. That's enough to destroy him. We're going to draw 1 card for Glam Drain. Okay. And they're going to reduce our threat by 2 because we killed an orc enemy. Alright. It's the end of the round. Refresh. Refresh. Gandalf please play at the end of the round. New round. Bilbo's over here. So we'll do Steward of Gondor. We'll pull 1 off here, put it on here. We'll do her for 5. Ooh. Let's do it this way. We don't really need resources, so let's just discard cards to get to our good stuff. We'll discard. Well, there's a ready all. There's 2 sneak attacks. Can't imagine we go wrong with that. So let's guess 0. We're going to discard 2 cards. We're going to get 1 resource. There it is. Put it on him. So he's got both icons. Okay. We're going to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gandalf. And draw 3 cards. Sweet. Now we can sneak attack this guy if we need to. Okay. That worked out well. Over here, I'm going to play this guy. We're going to have this player draw a card. Okay, and now we're going to just going to hold on to all that. Alright, requesting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It'll be 18 because I'm going to ready everybody. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Requesting for 27. Now we're going to play Lure of Moria. I'm going to ready everybody. This is a dwarf. And I should mention she's given him Sentinel +1. Okay. Oh, and he's not questing, but he's going to be ready. And we'll just go ahead and guess the number 1 to try to get some more resources. Oh, cool. Yeah! Alright, now we can sneak attack that other guy if we need to. 2 1s. $27 questing. All engaged goblins return to staging area, then each goblin enemy gets +1 till the end of the phase. So they will get +1 to the end of the phase. Okay, first player exhausted character he controls, that's fine with me. I can't imagine we didn't quest out of this. He's going to get a damage from Thalin. I think we made 17 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I believe we got it. Yeah, 27 to 17 progress. That's game, guys. We made it out of the goblin caves. Alright, we'll be back next with the last quest in the first Hobbit Saga expansion. It's the riddle quest, everyone's favorite, where you have to build your deck to solve riddles. You know what's funny? I've got a brain fart. I can't even remember what it's called. It's called Dungeons Deep and Caverns Dim. Alright, it's probably because I don't like playing it and I never play it. It's just really gimmicky, and it has more to do with how you build your deck than your choices. So, thanks for watching. We'll be back next time with Dungeons Deep and Caverns Dim.